generally do not know when I'm going to get time to watch all of these TV series, because I can't even keep up with the ones I already watch. And they're introducing more now? Really? God, Disney. I mean, I'm excited, but that's a lot of stuff. Hello, I'm Phil. Welcome to my channel where I talk about all the geeky pop culture that I love. This is the second video I've made today about the Disney Investor Day announcements, because I made one about all the Star Wars announcements and my thoughts on them. This one is going to cover the MCU and all the Marvel stuff that they announced. And then I might do a third one about the just the other stuff that caught my interest that they announced. They announced a lot of stuff that wasn't Marvel or Star Wars, so I'll try and cover some of it if I get time. I'll see. I've got to go to work soon. Maybe I won't have time. I'm very tired and I'm drinking coffee out of a Disney mug. Very brand appropriate for this. All serving our Disney overlords, as it were. They've got me. Disney have got me. I like so many of their franchises, and I like going to Disneyland, and at Disneyland I bought these mugs because they look nice. And I need the coffee this morning because I was up till 1 a.m. watching all these announcements. They put the Marvel ones last. If they'd just done the Marvel ones earlier, I would have gone to bed. But they knew that, and that's why they didn't. So, I've got them all on Twitter here. I'm going to go through them and just talk about my thoughts about them. It's not news as such, you probably already know about them all. But I'm just going to talk about my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on them. What are you most excited about? Put in the comments below which of these series you most want to see. Which ones are you most excited about? Or are there any you're just going to skip because you're not that fussed? Maybe you're a Marvel fan, but you think, there's too much these days. Suddenly of you. There is a lot. And you don't have time for it all. I honestly don't know how I'm going to fit it all in. I mean, it's not all coming at once, but still, there's a lot of TV. So, scrolling down the Twitter feed, let's see what we got. We got a new trailer for WandaVision. I'm not going to talk too much about that. I did a trailer reaction to the first WandaVision trailer. You can check that out. While I did watch the trailer quickly, I didn't spot anything majorly interesting to talk about. So, I'm excited for the series. That's on in January. If there's nothing else on in January, I might review it. If I'm not too busy. Then we got some announcements of the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is going to debut March 25th, 2022. So we're over a year away from that film. Obviously starring Benedict Cumberbatch, but also starring Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda, from the aforementioned WandaVision series and the Avengers movies. Benedict Wong obviously reprising his role from the first one. Rachel Adams reprising her role. Chiwetel Ejiofor, and some other people. Directed by Sam Raimi of Spider-Man fame, and interestingly, in this tweet says it ties into WandaVision, which is coming this year, and also ties into the next Spider-Man film. Now they have said, and with all the announcements of casting recently, it's been pretty obvious, next Spider-Man film will involve the multiverse. WandaVision seems to involve her in some kind of alternate realities where she feels like she's in a TV show, and anybody who knows the comics will know that Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, has reality warping abilities. So they are three concepts that tie together quite well. So looks like they're all linking over their next properties. WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, and the next Spider-Man all have a kind of multiverse theme running through them. And I'm all definitely here for multiverse. Very exciting. I like multiverses. I like parallel universe stories. So I was kind of disappointed when they didn't go that route for the last Spider-Man film, because they kind of teased it and then they didn't go it. So, yeah. Then we had a trailer for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is the first trailer we've got for that. See, normally I would be doing trailer reactions, but there were just so many trailers. I don't have time to do that for all of them. So maybe I'll do some. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see me do any of those trailer reactions. This starts streaming on March the 19th, so not that far after WandaVision, which is in January. A couple of months later, we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The trailer looked quite interesting. It looked like a political thriller. I got some sense of it feeling a bit like the second Captain America film, The Winter Soldier, there was like government agents, and it kind of felt like the heroes against the government type storyline, or heroes against a government organization type storyline. So it had that kind of vibe. We got to see Falcon in more of his traditional comic book costume. He's obviously adapted his more sort of mechanized looking equipment from the previous films and made it so it's got like the red painted wings on it and everything, that the color scheme of Falcon from the original comics. So that's quite cool. I like to see that. And it looks like it's kind of going to be a battle for the sort of soul of the legacy of Winter Soldier. Not between the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I think between the two of them, and on one side, and the government on the other, who probably want to control the legacy themselves. So that was good. A little bit of stuff we probably already knew about Black Widow. You know, deals with Natasha Romanoff's efforts to deal with her history as a spy long before she became an Avenger. This is going to be out in theatres on May the 7th, 2021. Fingers crossed. Theatres will be open. Cinemas will be open. Then we get a trailer for Loki, the Loki series. That looks really funny, and probably out of all these series looks one of the most interesting so far in terms of the ones we've got trailers for me. It looks very funny. Loki picks up from the scene in the last Avengers Endgame, where they go back in time to retrieve the stone, but they end up dropping the Tesseract on the floor, and Loki picks it up and disappears. That's the starting point for this series, and he goes off and travels with that. So it's kind of this is an alternate universe of the Marvel Universe. But it looks funny, and it's good to see Tom Hiddleston back. Then we get an animated series, a What If series. We knew this was coming as well already, but we get a first trailer for it. It's an anthology series tackling lots of, what if, and it looks like from these we get things like, what if T'Challa was picked up instead of Peter Quill by the Ravengers in the 80s, and he becomes Star-Lord. And interestingly, this is the last ever recording that Chadwick Boseman did for Marvel before his sad passing. We also, some of the other ones we get in the trailer, I'm just watching it again now on my phone, was what if Peggy Carter got the superhero serum? What else was there? There's a zombie one. There's a Marvel zombie one. That looks good. Captain America as a zombie. There's some good stuff there. That could be quite an interesting one to maybe dip in and out on, depending on which characters they are doing. Next, we get casting announcements for the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is going to be in theatres on July the 9th, 2021, so next year. I don't really have many thoughts on that film. I'm interested to see it. Then another new TV series. We don't get a trailer, but we get a kind of people talking about it kind of clip. Ms. Marvel, which is Kamala Khan version of the character, who is, I believe, I've not read any comics with her in, but I believe she's sort of an Inhuman. So she's one of the people that have been descendants of people that were experimented on by the Kree many years ago and given powers. And she... what was I going to say? She is a massive, basically, superhero fangirl. She loves superheroes. And then when she discovers she's got powers, she's obviously very thrilled to be one, and sort of bases her costume on Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. Sorry, Captain Marvel, and becomes a superhero. She's also, interestingly, the next announcement was about Captain Marvel 2, and the Ms. Marvel, after her TV series, is going to be in Captain Marvel 2, which does tell us that it's not going to be a period film, because if Ms. Marvel is present day, and she's in Captain Marvel 2 as a main character, then Captain Marvel 2 must be modern day and not, another 90s set 1 or an early 2000s set 1. Also has Monica Rambeau in it, who we will see in WandaVision coming up. So I like the interconnectedness of this. Captain Marvel 2 is going to be in cinemas November 2021. So Miss Marvel, the TV series, is also going to be late 2021. So I imagine they'll come up roughly the same time. Maybe they will have Miss Marvel out just before last episode comes out at Disney Plus. Maybe the following week, Captain Marvel is released. That would be, sensible synergy. The next announcement. What's the next one? The Eternals. We get some stuff we already knew about that. The cast. We knew Kit Harington was in it. We knew Angelina Jolie was in it. All this stuff. Gemma Chan. All in that. We knew the Hawkeye series was coming. That was announced as well. Kate Bishop. There's recently been some set photos released of Kate Bishop. So do seek those out. Yep. I mean, I don't have many thoughts. Good that he's getting a series, I guess. She-Hulk. There we go. All interesting news about She-Hulk. Again, this is a series we already knew about. Some returning characters from elsewhere in the MCU. Tim Roth returns as the Abomination from the first Hulk MCU movie, the one that didn't star Mark Ruffalo. He's returning, and Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, will appear in the series. Whether he'll be in human form or Hulk form, we don't know, but he's going to be in the series, which makes sense given that the original origin of Jennifer Walters in the comics is that she gets a blood transfusion from her cousin Bruce Banner, and that's how she gets her Hulk abilities. So that's going to be on Disney Plus, obviously. Moon Knight was announced. We knew this was coming already, I think. I don't really have much thoughts of it. We got a logo, fine. I don't really know much about Moon Knight. Then we got Secret Invasion. This one surprised me. We got an announcement of a Secret Invasion TV series starring Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and the Skull Talos, who was posing as Nick Fury, as we saw at the end of Endgame, I think it was. Yeah. So that was a surprise, because I thought they were going to do Secret Invasion as a movie, but no, they're doing it as a limited series, which I think actually, looking back on it, makes sense, because it gives the time to let it develop. I think if you had to cram that storyline in to 2 hours, it would be not as satisfying as doing it over, say, 10 hours. That kind of feels like a story that could do with the extra length and the setup so you can really establish the dynamics of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Then a couple of sort of Iron Man related news. We get, first of all, Ironheart, which is a sort of legacy character who sort of takes on a similar mantle to Iron Man. Riri Williams is a character who is a young inventor, and she invents a suit of armor, and it's the most advanced armor since Iron Man. So there's a series for her. And then there's another series, Armor Wars, starring Don Cheadle, who returns as James Rhodey, aka War Machine. It is based on a classic Marvel comic book run, comic book arc, where it's basically what happens if Iron Man tech falls into the wrong hands and the battle to sort of reclaim it. I imagine we might see Justin Hammer in this, because obviously he has form of trying to replace the need for Iron Man with his own tech. So we maybe see him in that. Then we get the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. And yes, this is, inspired by the infamous Star Wars holiday special, because James Gunn is writing and directing this, and he is a massive fan of the Star Wars holiday special. I have read in an interview with him. He's made a comment. So this is coming in 2022. I don't know what form it's going to take. Is there going to be singing in it, like in the Star Wars holiday special? Is there going to be musical numbers? Who knows? I kind of hope so. Guardians of the Galaxy has a good musical tradition, not in the sense of the characters singing, but the soundtrack is amazing. So, hey, have a scene where they're doing karaoke. Why not? I would definitely love to see that. You can wrap it in within universe. It's fine. You can find ways of doing it. It's not the only Guardians of the Galaxy series, though. There is I Am Groot as well, a original series coming from Marvel Studios, a series of shorts featuring several new and unusual characters and of everyone's favourite little tree, Baby Groot. So it's going to be the baby version of Groot. So presumably set between Guardians of the Galaxies 1 and 2. Then we have the announcement that Christian Bale will join the cast of Thor Love and Thunder as Gore, the God Butcher. That's in cinemas May the 6th, 2022. Very much looking forward to that. Again, Taika Waititi. Definitely here for any of his films. Thor Ragnarok, the best Thor. Definitely. Hilarious film. Then we get Blade. Not really much, just says Blade coming. We knew that was coming. We knew who was starring in it as well already, so not really much new information there. I'm looking forward to it, I guess. Then we get news on the third Ant-Man film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Peyton Reed is back to direct the third Ant-Man film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Paul Rudd, back again. Evangelina Lilly, back again. Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer all return. We also get Catherine Newton from who plays Cassie Lang. He's Paul Rudd's daughter in the film. And Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. We're getting Kang the Conqueror in this film. That could be interesting. Now, Black Panther 2 has been announced, opening July the 8th, 2022. It's going to honour, apparently, Chadwick Boseman's legacy and portrayal of T'Challa, and will not recast the character. Confirmation that they will not recast the character. I'm glad they're going this way. But it will explore the world of Wakanda and rich characters introduced in the first film. So we may get a focus on his sister, maybe, taking on the role, maybe passing the torch to her. I think it's the right choice to not recast him. I think we go the legacy character route on this. I think that's definitely the way to... They made the right choice there. And finally, the final announcement from Marvel was there is definitely... I mean, we all assumed there would be a Fantastic Four movie is coming. So that is... Doesn't say when, but John Watts will direct the new Fantastic Four film. So we knew that was probably coming. I assumed that would be the first one to come over from the Fox acquisition because it's the easiest to sort of integrate into the world. X-Men's a little bit more difficult. I'm sure they'll get there eventually, but it makes sense that Fantastic Four is first. Those are all the announcements and what I'm thinking about them. I'm most excited about Loki and what else? Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm up for that. That sounds really cool. Secret Invasion. That's another one of my favourites from these announcements. Yeah, I think they're my favourites from the announcements. And I'm very much looking forward to the TV series we're getting next year as well. WandaVision looks very unique, and I'm very much looking forward to it. What do you think of all these Marvel announcements? Let me know in the comments below. I might be back for another video talking about the other stuff, but my voice is starting to go, so I will record that later if I do it at all. Thank you for watching. I'm going to finish my coffee and see you later. Bye-bye.